Hello traders, my name is Tomasz Wiśniewski, I'm a chief analyst in Alpari Research and Analysis, and this is daily analytical report with Alpari, where we'll try to look for decent trading occasions, and we will analyze the market. And it's the last meeting this week, and we do have non-farm payrolls today, which will be published in 3.5 hours. Maybe non-farm payrolls itself is not the most important number right now. Now the focus is shifted towards average hourly earnings. In terms of the job from the job in terms of the data from the job market, because the most important number itself is inflation and interest rate, and this is the main driver for the price on the currency markets. And what more we have PMIs from US, and that would be it. In this way, and this style will finish this week. Let me show you the next week, because if you want to open a position today, you need to know what is going to happen on Monday or Tuesday. On Monday we don't have any important news, as always. On Tuesday we do have interest rate decision statement from Bank of Australia, so important for the Australian dollar. GDT price index, important for the New Zealand dollar, which is going down heavily this week. PMIs from Canada also. On Wednesday it will be all about data important for the Australian dollar, because data from China is also important for the Australian dollar. But let me show you this like this. And the speech from Reserve Bank of Australia governor. So we're gonna have interest rate decision from Australia, we're gonna have interest rate decision from New Zealand, as you can see here on Thursday, actually overnight, Wednesday to Thursday. CPI inflation from China, and that's it. And on Friday we'll have GDP from UK, monetary policy statement from Australia, and inflation from US. So definitely Friday will be super important for the traders on the American dollar. Okay, with that being said, let's go to the charts, and we start with American dollar to Japanese yen, which yesterday went lower, tested the horizontal support and went higher today. So we do have still a positive sentiment on this instrument. On a daily chart, yesterday's candle is a nice hammer, so this is a very positive candle. We should see a further upswing here. The setup looks okay. The horizontal support worked, 61.8 worked, so there is a buy signal on the American dollar to Japanese yen. Maybe despite this drop that we saw in the last hour, everything was good. Maybe that drop is a bit negative, but as long as we stay above the green area, the sentiment is positive. Euro to dollar, euro dollar, the most popular, most traded pair on the market. What do we have here is a breakout of the lower line of the symmetric triangle pattern, and the price is aiming long-term horizontal support. Do not forget about daily chart, about this head and shoulder pattern, left shoulder, head and right shoulder pattern. So we may see contact here soon. As for now, we do have kind of a sharp reversal here, as you can see, drop and a reversal, so maybe we'll have a comeback to this resistance and then further downswing. Maybe we'll test this line again. Next one is American dollar to Swiss franc. Swiss franc is getting stronger now, but that's also like a correction movement because the buy signal was triggered here when the price broke the upper line of the flag pattern. We may see a comeback, test, and a further upswing. The sentiment is definitely positive on H4 chart. We do have a long-term uptrend. This support was defended recently, and the price, as we said, broke this upper line of the wedge and went higher. This is the first resistance. That's a normal reaction here, but we should see a continuation of this movement. Swiss franc to Japanese yen. As you can see, I do have a position here. I sold here, the price went lower, and now is reversing. That's a bit surprising upswing, but my stop loss is not even here, is much higher. As you can see, it's over the top. Why I entered this position, you can see on a weekly chart. Support, 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 broken, resistance, resistance, resistance. So now the candle has a long head, and I'm waiting for the price to go even lower this week. That's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, because price closing somewhere here on Friday would draw a shooting star on a weekly chart, which be a super strong sell signal. As for now, this is just a normal correction. Here this is it was a pennant, but now it's a flag. Here and here it looks like that. It can even go like that. It won't change anything. Downswing correction, most probably a further downswing. This is my view on this Swiss franc to Japanese yen. So price closing a day 30-40 pips lower will be a super strong long-term sell signal. Now euro to Australian dollar, still this sideways trend. Again, I think every trader in town can see this setup, and most probably we are going to have a bearish breakout, but it's not about wishing or expecting. Trading is about reacting, so I'm gonna react on based on the fact what's gonna happen. I need to see a reaction here first, so a breakout. I won't tell you that definitely this support will be broken. This one can be broken too, but I'm waiting for this, and once it's gonna happen, I'm gonna go short. Now Bitcoin. Bitcoin yesterday tried to bounce from a combination of two important supports, and actually they almost did that by drawing this double bottom formation. And those supports were upper line of the rectangle here, this gray line, and also strengthened by this lower line, by this downtrend line, actually the lower line of the descending triangle pattern. And the price tried to bounce from it, created a double bottom formation. As you can see, 1, 2, they went higher, but then boom, reversal. So that is a negative sign, because it creates a false breakout pattern, and the false breakout is this false breakout above the uptrend line. So it should result with the drop. And the first target, the first potential target for this drop is the neckline of this inverse head and shoulder formation, left shoulder, head and right shoulder. So we should get to this orange support relatively soon. Now New Zealand dollar to American dollar, which broke the horizontal support here, long-term horizontal support, and after the breakout the price created a symmetric triangle, and here we do have a very strong sell signal. Well, now in the short term we do have a buy signal because of this hammer on this lower line of this triangle. Now the price can reverse to the neckline and then go further south. In my opinion, we do have a strong sell signal based on this head and shoulder pattern and on the fact that we are below this long-term resistance and that we are breaking this lower line of the symmetric triangle. So in my opinion, that is long-term short position here with a great risk to reward ratio, because for example 140 pips take profit, stop loss, and 600 pips take profit. So in terms of the risk to reward ratio, this is potentially a very good trade. New Zealand dollar to Canadian dollar is also having a very strong sell signal. That's what we are expecting here. When the price was here, we were telling you that the price should go down. Well, unfortunately I didn't open this position, but it was awesome. Why I thought this? Because this pair is moving in trends. Look, downtrend, uptrend, downtrend, and then we had the sideways trend, so it was expected that we will come back to the trend again, and the price broke the lower line of the symmetric triangle, and that was a comeback to the trend, and then the correction, which aimed the lower line of the triangle as a resistance, positive test for the sellers, and drop. Those two lines that you see here, those two dynamic supports, are mid-term, well, long-term, we can call it long-term support as well. Here, it got broken, and another one is long-term support, which connects higher lows since the 2010 for the last 8 years. So definitely an important one, and we should get a further decline here. There is this dynamic resistance. Okay, I think the price can even like come back here, test those resistances, test those areas here and here, like that, test that, and then go lower. Now euro to Swiss franc. Euro to Swiss franc is going as expected by us. I also said that bounce from this horizontal resistance should result with a further downswing. This is what's happening. Unfortunately, also I don't have this position. So good calls from Alpari team, but unfortunately no positions opened. Horizontal support, broken, resistance, bounce, drop, and that is a result of this downswing, broken line of the wedge pattern, which gives us a sell, and because of this head and shoulder pattern, left shoulder, head and right shoulder. So all this created a negative situation here, and we should see a further drop. WTI oil bounced from this support, so that was a legitimate support. You knew that because we were warning you about the possibility of a bounce here. This support was marked by us. So we do have a drop, we do have a wedge, we do have a drop, we do have a contact with the with this support and a bounce. As long as we stay above the blue line, the sentiment is positive. Now silver, this line is no longer applicable here. False breakout is a history. Now this is the ultimate resistance here. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder, breakout test. We should see a further downswing. I'm not entering silver or gold. because for me we are on such low levels that I'm not willing to sell close to those levels. But definitely the sentiment is negative and there is a bigger chance of for a further downswing than upswing. British pound to Canadian dollar. Another day, another drop. Yesterday, obviously important event for the pound. So interest rate decision. The price is declining further. I will remind you my position here. Sold here, stop loss here on 60 pips. If I wouldn't get a stop loss, I would have now 300 pips. So profit five times bigger than initial loss. So that was a great call, but that was a great setup. Downswing, upswing, head and shoulder, left shoulder, head and right shoulder, downswing, correction, downswing. So I got stop loss on this correction. Well, sometimes it happens like that, but that was a good call. And the price is now aiming significantly lower. Euro to New Zealand dollar. As you can see, euro is very weak here, but New Zealand dollar is even weaker, so that is why euro to New Zealand dollar is aiming higher, even despite the fact that euro to Australian dollar is aiming lower. On both we do have a sideways trend, but on euro to New Zealand dollar we have more chances for the breakout to the upside. On the euro to Australian dollar we have more chances for the breakout to the downside. Which makes a buy occasion on Australian dollar to New Zealand dollar, and yes, we do have this buy occasion on H4. But anyway, here for the buy signal you need to see the breakout of the upper blue line. American dollar to Canadian dollar, they're trying this reversal here, but they are stopping on the horizontal resistance. I think we should have a result today after the non-farm payrolls. Once we're gonna get the non-farm payrolls, everything should be clear here on on American dollar to Canadian dollar, and we should get a proper trading signal. Euro to Canadian dollar, that was also a nice setup. So breakout of this support. This support test as a resistance, and then the price is aiming lower. I think we can remove Fibos here. Soon we should get a small stop, even now, because we reached long-term uptrend line, not uptrend line, but the neckline of the head and shoulder formation. That is a combination of a few important supports here. A price breaking that support will be a strong sell signal based on this head and shoulder pattern. So euro to Canadian dollar with the potential stop loss take profit here. So this was an interesting trading opportunity here. Here stop loss one. That was perfect. That was perfect. It was risk worth taking. Now I'm not sure about that because we had a quite strong decline, and maybe a small upswing and then a drop. Euro to Japanese yen is stepping on an important support. It looks like the support should be broken, because if there is still selling pressure on this, even on smaller time frames, I don't go to smaller time frames, but for the sake of this I'm gonna show you this descending triangle pattern. So every bounce from this support is smaller and smaller, which shows us a willingness for the breakout. So euro should be weaker, Japanese yen should be stronger here in this pair, and breakout of this horizontal support should give us a strong further downswing. So actually euro right now is on a back foot. That is downswing, correction, downswing, flag, downswing. We should see a further downswing on the euro to Japanese yen. Long-term support, can we do like this? Well, we can, why not? If you believe in this, sell stop order here, take stop loss 70 pips, take profit 250, good risk to reward ratio trade. Australian dollar to New Zealand dollar. Yes, false breakout below horizontal support, breakout of the downtrend line, test of the downtrend line as a support and an upswing. So currently we do have a buy signal on Australian dollar to New Zealand dollar. New Zealand dollar to Canadian dollar to Swiss franc. Here I'm seeing a super strong sell signal. I was waiting for the price to come a bit higher, but they are hesitating. So maybe it will force me to open a position right here, right now. About the risk to reward ratio, well, once the support will be broken, I think we'll be aiming at least those levels here. So on a daily chart it would be sell here, stop loss 50 pips, take profit 200, let's say 200. Even 5 to 1 risk to reward ratio is a desirable, very desirable ratio. So here take profit even 60 pips, 200. That's really good. And we have gold. Gold was we can see the power of descending triangle. So horizontal support, dynamic downtrend line, resistance, rising pressure on the support, breakout and downswing. And it's a miracle. S&P 500 recovered, had a shoulder formation, didn't work. The price bounced from a horizontal support. So everything is awesome again. There is no sell signal, and S&P 500 there was here. That can be considered as a false breakout. False breakout results with a strong movement in the opposite direction, and that's a buy. And last one is FTSE. FTSE, I was telling you about the strong sell signal here. Yes, we had the recovery caused mostly by Americans, but still the sentiment is negative, and we should see the price continue to aim lower, even with the help from Americans. Again, American dollar, Japanese yen still buy. Here euro dollar sell, long-term sell. Here long-term buy. Here, in my opinion, that is a sell. So Swiss franc to Japanese yen is a sell. If we consider this as a reversal, that's a wedge. A euro to Australian dollar waiting, but most probably a sell. Bitcoin sell. New Zealand dollar, American dollar sell. New Zealand dollar, Canadian dollar sell. Euro, Swiss franc sell. Oil buy. Silver sell. British sell. Euro, New Zealand dollar most probably a buy, but no signal now. Here waiting, here waiting, here most probably sell, here most probably buy, here sell, sell, buy and sell. So this is our view on the markets. This is our view on the current situation on the charts. For more information, visit our Twitter account and our website outpari.news, and remember that in half an hour we start live trading session where I will show my trading strategy, my trading system, and we'll try to look for decent trading setups, and you will see what positions I have open, and maybe I will open something. Now you will see. So hopefully you're gonna attend a live trading session which will start in half an hour. Thanks very much and goodbye.